What's up, guys? It's Mr. Javid, and today we're back on the Pokemon Showdown server, and I'm going to be featuring this Machamp team today. And why I'm using Machamp, I want to use something more interesting. Guys, post your interesting teams down in the description, in the link below. It shows you where to post your teams. Um, yeah, I want to use some more interesting stuff before the road. The standard stuff isn't really fun right now, so using a Machamp. But before I get into that, I have some great things I want to show you guys. Check this out. So we got this new feature within the academy known as the 5-star system, right? We got 1-star all the way up to 5-star generals. And in order to get a 1-star, it explains it all here, but in order to get a 1-star, you have to get number one, top 100 in a particular tier, and it tells which ones are excluded, so not every ladder is included. That way, somebody on the non-rating Ranbats no rating can get us. Like, no, this is for competitors. It's for hackers. Now, not everybody's a hacker. If you're not very competitive, if you're not somebody who's cares about winning and all that stuff, who's thrives on winning, then that's fine. You don't have to be a hacker. But it's just been funny watching people be like, "Jam, does Ranbats Gen 4 count?" Like, no. No, you gotta hop on a ladder where they're real challengers, so the star's actually worth something. I can't give it out to everybody, but secondly, I'd like to shout out my man Alex, right? My man Alex peaked top 10 recently. I just had this thing up right here. He is, and notice he's a two-star hacker out here. So yeah, he was 1997, I believe, and he was 1700 a couple, maybe weeks or months. I'm not sure when. He didn't give a timeline, but huge shout outs to him. I told him I would. And so this team is 0-2, one because the Machamp. Oh yeah, right. It was Choice Scarf with Ice Ball. Shout out to my man. I'll shout at you out after this, but it had no guard to Choice Guard. I switched it to Flame Orb, but I didn't change the abilities. So, and then the other one was a timeout. So this is my third time trying to do this, but should be fun. Should be fun. I think Machamp is a lot of fun. Every team I see, I'm like, man, I wish I had Facade. I'll take Ice Punch. Watch me face nothing but Landorus. And I want that KO, but I can move around. I just don't like not having that neutral Facade hit. Whereas in this case, he can play around with his Clef, but he's super weak to Gengar. Like, Gengar is super underrated, super underrated. Machamp plus Gengar is gonna go in, depending on what his Snorlax is, right? So I want to stack a lot of hazards in this game. It's a very interesting game, this one. So phase 1, this is a very interesting. Am I timing out again? Let me see. What's something data? Let's see if it pops. Okay, cool. So Landorus, Intimidate, so he's Scarf, cool. It's good info to have. Didn't expect Lando, considering Swampert would be a no drawback. But I know it's Lando, Scarf now. Rocks, Ferrothorn, U-turn punish Rocks, invite Moltres. If he EQs, he has free. Damn it, no. Positionally, Mandy's is better. Because we're gonna take this Clef's item, phase 1. No more leftovers for you. But if I had Facade, it would be a 2 KO there. Easy. But if you're gonna commit to Rocks, I'm surprised you're gonna want Rocks with what I'm assuming it could be Boots Shetty too. That's certainly a possibility, as Swampert does take quite a bit from that, but it allows us to position Gengar for success as we just Sludge Wave hard here. Not sure what Snorlax does, but I want to see if it can touch Gengar, right? Because I'm sub Nasty Plot. So when I Nasty Plot again, because I'm trying to to gradually punish his Snorlax. I doubt he'd have anything. He body slammed. Does he just not? Gengar might have already swept. If he can't touch Gengar, because to me there you never make that play unless you are certain. I don't know. I don't agree with that play at all. So CC is free. Lando comes in. It's gonna get punished. Now you know obviously he can EQ. He can U-turn. Because he's intimidated, I'm pretty sure. I'm very surprised he body slammed. Not great for us, but Coco in conjunction with what we got will be going crazy. Because what is likely going to happen here is going to U-turn out into Clefable. I'll punish the guy. He could EQ too. Very little risk me going Feral. Because I'm trying to again set up for a Gengar situation. I don't have Leech Seed. I'm supposed to have Leech Seed here. Moonblast Shelter. I could have Fire Move. Could have it. Let's find out. Excellent. So we Toxic first on the Defog, obviously, and then we Force Rocks again. So very odd committing to Rocks there. Supposed to have Leech Seed. Since Nox on Mandy, we can forego that. Yeah, Gengar. We're gonna find out what this Snorlax has in store for us. Because he keeps going into it like it's invincible, you know? Leono. So, I'll sub here. I think he's Rest. Okay, so he has Earthquake. Okay. I didn't want to show that I had sub there, but I had to. But now I know he has Earthquake. Spikes. Moltres is irrelevant. I wish I had Leech Seed so badly here. He's probably scouting for seeds. Like Seeds plus Toxic here would be great. But as I figured, there's no point in me knocking Moltres' item off. Especially now that I realize that he is. Okay, we making plays. Let's see. Okay. Which means he is irrelevant. He's what's it called? He's probably that's annoying, man. He's bulk up what's his face? Jungle healing obviously. But the combination of Jesus, man. I swear these dudes be the luckiest motherfuckers, man. He just Toxic spam. He Darkest Lariats. But at this point, I wonder what the role for this is. I don't want Gengar taking too much damage. Because it's the win con. The first Toxic miss made this a little trickier. Thinking here. Let's run this calc. Could have played this game a little more cleanly. I've noticed I need to actually get back to practice to brush off some rust for the road, because I noticed my patience, my plays, I'm playing like I want to wrap the opponent up as quickly as possible, which is not generally my play style. And I've noticed that's happened a lot this gen. Usually I'll play it out to where, okay, you know, most things can't happen. Let's see. Why is this not Sludge Wave? Fuck it. Let's go Gengar. Oh, Gengar sub into, certainly sub into Sludge Wave will kill him from the range you'll be at. Certainly. I surprised he going to get Snorlax. Snorlax took 24, so +2 1-shots. Or I can just 2-shot. No, I'll +2 to force the Landers, because the thing is, because the Landers got, no, it's better to Sludge Wave twice, that way he can't switch. Okay, is he your Sleep Talk with just, no, he's not even Sleep Talk. I like these lefties though, and I don't remember how it works with the whole so I guess to go Lando here. That's the one thing about Mandibuzz dying, I'll say. The Lando is now far more annoying. Okay, you want to fob for me, my guy? You're a nice guy. I'm punishing that Lando though. I'm not having that Lando just do what it wants. Tripping, homie. So Coco here, no drawback. Okay. I'm curious as to what. Let me get some lefties here for the Lando. Those to Zarude. Always go Coco unless he power whips hard. We dazzle here. Is he not Baton Pass? I don't get why you'd go this. Like, I might just win here. Unless you have something to hit Gengar. I don't get this decision at all. I want Machamp sack. I'm fearing like a random knockoff or Thunder Wave. So let's just make the good play interesting. Good playing. So he's gonna sack Clef. Oh well. Which means I won't get to plot up, because I could Ferrothorn and Jar Ball spam, but a defensive Clef is gonna outstall Pharaoh. So yeah, let's just plot here for the kill. Yeah, I should just Moonblast me, but I take nothing. Oh, that's it. That's the game. That's the whole game. That's the whole game. Yes, sneak. Okay. Because that could have been it. Oh. Alright, so Lando has 3 switch-ins left. Swampert never gets 2 KO'd. Swampert's natural ball coming in clutch there. Ooh, just that right amount of damage. Because every time, I'm very surprised he went back to Clef. Can Clef even break my sub with Moonblast? Let's find out. There's no drawback in checking. A very poor play there. Never ever go for. You never soft boil there because it doesn't gain you anything. I wonder if that's a roll, man. Even though at this point it might not. Depends on what the roll says. Clefable, you comma, Moonblast. Is that a life orb? Yeah, no. What you doing? Leak. It is decent. It is decent. But, so Lando forced to come in once more. Now we finally get to sack this filthy Machamp. Machamp been doing his thing though, so not filthy at all. And Swampert forces back on the flip turn. He could Moltres. Moltres makes some sense to force the burn, right? Um, so as long as I have Coco plus Gengar, it's over. If I go to Coco here, T-Bolt forces in Lando, which allows me to sack Swampert. No. I sack Ferrothorn. Flip turn Swampert and seals the deal. Yeah. So this likely tries to entice him to go to that Lando because it's the last turn. Smart to not go Lando, but it forces Lando, and I don't want Zarudin. So now I could lose if he crits crit Swampert. But I don't think Zarude's bulky enough to take 2 hits. Right. So what I'll do is, no way Zarude is bulky enough to take a, because like it guarantees, what I'm thinking here, go Ferrothorn, sack that, and just guarantee the, well, I could go, let me think, if I, no, it still comes down to whether or not he crits. Like I could sack Gengar, honestly. Go Swampert, flip turn, Coco 1v1s Zarude. I could go Ferrothorn took 34%. I don't even think Ferrothorn gets 2 KO. He should. I mean, it's a Landers. Okay. Do we play to hacks? I just don't want. I don't think Zarude is just a bulky enough Pokemon to take, because he's gonna get +6 on my Ferrothorn. Take Gyro Ball and Darkest Lair, then he has to take Dazzling Gleam and Sludge Wave. I don't think there's any way Zarude. If it does, then kudos to Zarude. I don't think there's any situation where Zarude gets that. So he doesn't get the crit there. Obviously, he's just gonna keep bulking up, but I just go hard Coco. I'm tripping actually. I could have just go hard Coco. There's no drop. That did a lot more than I expected. So he's max. He was like max. He was max. I was tripping. I could just go hard Coco. If he power ups that turn, he can't ever KO unless he crit the Coco. I think there was always gonna be a turn, whether it was gonna be he's gonna crit. GG, my man. It's funny. Joey and I and Blunder too. There's kind of this running joke, whereas when people run into us on the ladder, they never say who they are unless they think they're about to win, or like at the very end when it's like, all right, I can't win. That's not obviously true. I have people who say, "Oh, Jam," from the beginning or whatever, especially in Ubers. People who play Ubers are pretty cool. But yeah, that's always been a running joke over the years. And Joe, if you're watching this, just shout out so you know what I'm talking about. As I said, I think I said it literally in this live. I'm like, watch me take off Ice Punch and nothing but, look at this, nothing but Ice Weeks. But Coco goes crazy here. Doesn't, I'm lying. It's nice. It's decent. It's decent. Well played. It's decent. Swampert, it's very annoying for him. Jeez. Mandibuzz doesn't have foul play, so that Garchomp is problematic potentially. Ferrothorn annoying. What do I need? It's probably Trap Chomp. I mean, that's probably Trap Zone. In which case, what am I winning with here? Is that Scarf? One of those grounds are Scarf. Scarf Nanda for sure. Overwhelm with Gengar. I can see that. So similarly to the previous opponent, I think this one is going to be I just start off with my Landorus style of player. So I'm gonna get the value out of right off the bat with Mandibuzz. Very solid with Ferrothorn. The reason I'm going to knock off here, though I might end up regretting it. I actually kind of want to go hard Machamp, but Mandibuzz is healthy. I'll go hard Machamp. Let him get his rocks, whatever. Because now you get punished, and it's really what you want me to punish. Obviously, knock is my best bet here. No drawback. Because that's what I'm thinking. Like, it gets the knock. If I knock Pharaoh, then let him knock Mandy, and then I'm playing Leech Seed knockout. That's just not in my favor. Whereas here, I'm positioned for glory. Because if he leaves the Ferrothorn in, great value. If he, his helmet too. Okay, cool. So I'm glad. Come the fuck! Jesus! Ferrothorn is such a nuisance to me. Like, look at his team in Coco once Ferrothorn gets sacked. Because Magnezone can't get past Swampert. So I just dazzling lead him over and over again until he loses. Okay. Alright. That is really frustrating, man. That is really, really frustrating. If it's press Magnezone, so be it. If it's not, he'll knock off here, but he already lost his item. So I'll Leech Seed first. So he has spikes. So he's dual hazards, which you never see. So he does have knockoff. This might be over already, but I don't think so. Because Coco is still such an issue. And I can control Defog. And my Gengar is still an issue. And Mandibuzz still has his item. Mandibuzz can low-key beat his entire team by itself. So Magnezone is leftovers. Okay. So it's probably sub leftovers, yada yada yada. Oh, it's as I said, Pert comes in, and this is one of his best. This is only Coco switching left, so it should press now, yeah, instead of wasting the time. Man, this is tough. If I'm going to win, it has to be through Coco Plus. I don't think Swampert dies. 78%. I need rocks to win this game, but I might have to defog. Can I win? Are you fucking God? This dude right here, man. This dude is so fucking lucky. I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna give up. I'm not, just because of all the crits, I'm not gonna give up. How much am I getting? I'm at 72. That is so dumb, man. So fucking stupid. I'm gonna outplay the hell out of you, bro. What am I getting? Watch me get him to. I'm at 68. I'm not losing any health. Watch me get him to go Dragapult. I'm gonna let the timer wear down, so that he thinks I'm thinking about KOing him. I actually can't get rid of the hazards because of his in his head he's probably thinking, well, I don't need to switch, which is all half true. So I'm losing 4% per turn, which means I can definitely do this. You never go Polt, he goes Chomp. Jeez. So he's gonna scale shot here. Okay, fine. As long as he doesn't get all the rolls. Oh, he just sacks his Garchomp. Okay. Disagree with that. To save Magnezone? I disagree with that. Maybe he will choke this. Because here comes Polt / Lando. And I still have a whole... Mandibuzz is a real problem. Like, the fact that Mandibuzz is not getting his well due respect, unless he's like Thunderbolt or something. Substitute. If this is DD, this was a misplay. If this is DD, you're choking. Oh, Swiss. I gotta make this read. It makes no sense to leave this in. You always go Pharaoh here, and even if he doesn't, Greg sacks his own. Not amazing, but I actually thought he would be a lot lower than that for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, fucking something back. Something back. Let's go, Coco. The burn on my Mandibuzz sucks. But, yo, watch this, ladies and gents. Watch this, ladies and gents, as he U-turns out here. Watch this, ladies and gents. If he U-turns and goes Ferrothorn, I'm in a pickle. I'm in a bind. Oh, why do I feel like he'll choke here and stay in? Well, for him to Earthquake is really low risk, but he switched his Magnezone out, so I'm like, you know? And then he sacked Garchomp. All of which don't make sense. Alright, Jose, y'all don't do what the hosts say. Okay, is there a hope? If he leech seeds my nah, I'll just straight up lose if he does that. I'll go with watching me your turn. Oh, he was fucking booster. Oh, that sucks. Oh, yeah, this is over. Yeah, this is over. But I mean, he missed. I have to miss a hell of a lot of them for me to come through in this one. Unfortunately. I mean, it's possible, I suppose. Yeah. So that makes it me even more pissed because he wasn't even Scarf, which means Coco annihilated my opponent. Oh, I'm using him a champ. And what's crazy? People play very interestingly with Ferrothorn. Like for a team like that that's so Coco weak, and you're not even sub zone. I'm not even sure what he was if he's not sub. Maybe he was just Iron Defense 3 attacks. With Flash Cannon, which again, like if that's your set, that means you have to take a couple of leech seeds and all that stuff. But we saw that I need to look at my 1657. Why am I getting such low opponents? It's what was I gonna say there? Yeah, from based on his Garchomp play, you could tell like there wasn't much going on up there. But Rock Polish there would have sealed the deal, unless I Dazzling Gleamed, and then went to Mandibuzz on the turn he EQ'd next because Dazzle would obviously. I actually might not 2-hit KO because I didn't have rocks up. That last game really killed my vibe. Not gonna lie, like I'm trying to use a fucking Machamp today, guys. And this team doesn't deal well with Ferrothorn, and I'm running into nothing but Ferrothorn. The matchup isn't in my favor in this one, so I'm gonna be a lot more strategically aggressive, meaning I'm gonna position everything to where he won't really get much value off. So right, I'll jump. Considering this is a ladder game, the assumption here is that okay, well, mindless land a lead. Dragapult, it's not mindless, so it's not a bad lead there. I'm going to so Specs Pult because I'm maxed with that Swampert. So now this is where things get fun because I am not playing around with this. I'm CCing right off the bat. You see what I don't get that. I don't get why people play their Ferrothorn like that. Is this like a 1600 thing? Like, why? You know how important that morsel was? And so core purpose of Buzz at this point is to do nothing but check. Couple options here, but well, that game plan worked out a lot faster than I anticipated. We're gonna grab one more because the first game, sure, good game. That one was short, and then the one with the guy who couldn't stop critting his moves, doesn't really count. So I'm gonna try to give Machamp like at least some kind of showing. Gotta kill in that one. All right, so this is gonna be our last one. 1580. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, guys, please send me some more fun teams, because a lot of the teams are just like generic teams with a random mod slapped on it. It's like pretty much this team, but something more unique. I've decayed a ton, and so I'm gonna have to ladder back up, and I've just lost a ton of points. I didn't even know I was this low to be getting 1600 opponents. So I haven't been checking the points, so I'm gonna have to get back up to there, and but just something fun ideally. And a lot of you guys requested Goodra, so I'm gonna build a team with that and then use that and make it a little more fun. I don't think the meta is stale like the previous ones or anything like that. It's just I think there's a lot more room for creativity to spice it up a bit, if that makes sense. My goal here is to kill that T-Tar, and then Gengar goes crazy. Very similar structure to the other ones. Airthorn is hard for him to kill without Trend, Phase on Rocks. I think it's a very similar idea to the last game, unless this guy doesn't lead. Yeah, that's what I expected last time. This is likely Scarf, considering he has Ferrothorn and Heatran. I could U-turn, I could flip turn here and stop the Ferrothorn from coming in. But I'll do the hard Machamp switch and avoid the Iron Barbs, because I think rocks are gonna pay off here, especially because again his only good fighting resist is that Lando, and I'm pretty sure it's Scarf. Scarf Lando being removed opens up Gengar, opens up Tapu Koko, kinda, because we're gonna need spikes as well in order to overwhelm that Tyranitar. But if it's like a offensive T-Tar, then it's certainly possible. I guard pretty poorly against Tran without Swampert. Oh, ooh, so you don't even want rocks. My man said, no, I don't need that. Very interesting. For a couple reasons, I don't think you want Mandibuzz in, unless he has something like Thunderbolt or something. It's Specs too. Okay, it's not fun because he gets to pivot Ferrothorn here. So maybe he just wanted my Buzz gone, which is good if he's Scarf Lando. That did a lot more than I expected. I am not Spadef. Yeah, I'm like some. I don't like this. It's the last game, whatever. But you want to be generally Mandibuzz, Spadef, so I'm used to. Okay, that means we're dealing with, obviously Coco switch. I don't know if he has a lot of leeway to, he felt like he did to switch around. So this gives me insight. He's definitely a more, I'm going to try to make the read type. Also, this Stealth Rocker was not Ferrothorn. That's why I doubled. Okay. And that means I have to force Lando and get a define because he doesn't want Machamp. Maybe it was like a positional kind of thing where he's like, I'm not gonna let you get Machamp in, buddy, because I see the threat that Machamp is. Okay, I respect it. I respect you respecting my Machamp. So if he has the Mystical Fire, this is certainly the turn for it, as you're gonna be defogging, buddy. This forces him to not U-turn. I mean, he still could. Nah, I'll go hard Swamp. I don't want to play around with him random Magma Storming. Toxic makes sense here, but I don't have a lot of like. Oh, please don't. Nice. Excellent. This is definitely Specs Tran. I mean, bulky trans. There's the Ferrothorn. He's been trying to avoid my Machamp coming in. No! Flex on these trainers, Machamp. Flex. Let's go. Honestly, this game is still very hard to win. Like, I know it seems like I have all the momentum and stuff. Unless he sacks his T-Tar right here, this game's not going to be easy. Even if he doesn't sack T-Tar, the game's not going to be easy. I mean, even if he sacks T-Tar, the game's not going to be easy. Primarily because so many of his bulkier mines are up. So I figured, because I'm trying to force your hand. I'm trying to force your hand, buddy. What's crazy to me is that he switched the Lando in on my Coco. So I'm going to try to... He did that to try to prevent Machamp from coming in. Every time Machamp comes in, it doesn't get a kill straight up, but, you know, it's a lot of mileage. And he doesn't want to allow Latios into Draco because he doesn't want Coco getting that free, you feel me? Not ever sacking Mandibuzz, but with Sand Up, he could knock out my Coco with Psychic. Ferrothorn. The Ferrothorn makes sense because it checks his Lando. Like it can come in, right? I don't think he ever Psychics here. Mystical Fire makes so much sense as a mid-ground, but if you Mystical Fire, Machamp gets another free switch. Am I willing to give up Ferrothorn? Am I willing to give up Ferrothorn? Because low-key, Gengar is my weakest link. But if I can get out of this situation with, you know, very little value lost, I'm open to that. I'm open to it. Fuck it. If he Mystical Fires Kudos, I'll take my other kill. Say Aura Spheres, which is about the same. That did nothing. That actually did a lot less than I expected. Now double the Lando doesn't hurt as much. Based on how he played the last time, he should... Pharaoh makes some sense. Yeah, okay, excellent. I think he wants these hazards gone. Dazzling I could, but do I need the damage on Mandibuzz? I'd like it. Because I took the damage on Pharaoh, I actually don't want Lando. But Lando doesn't make any sense here. Like, Lando doesn't make any sense to go to here. Actually, I'll just Gleam on the odd chance he does. That was a horrible play. I realized that there was very little drawback to Gleaming. I mean, I wasn't killing Buzz anyway. And I wasn't KOing. I wasn't doing shit to Ferrothorn. The reason that's a horrible play is because your Lando now has three switch-ins. Earthquake. Ideally, he U-turns here. If he Earthquake, he Earthquakes. I don't think I even die. Yes. Yes. Excellent. So, Buzz is in. Because he obviously wants these hazards gone. I'm thinking, is there... let him take them. Pharaoh being up is a big deal. Especially because Heatran is the only thing he can go into to punish my Pharaoh. And then that just gives me Rocks and Spikes back. But he definitely wanted Latios to stop getting punished. As I said, I get Rocks and Spikes back. He could double to Latios here. Problem with doubling the Latios is you have to Draco to kill Swampert. And Swampert gets another round of leftover. I don't even think Draco kills Swampert, to be honest. But at this point is when I have to decide, okay, well, what are my... Nah. It's very little drawback. Because he got a Draco here. If he goes to anything other than Draco, I get a kill. Yeah. Gots to. That's not a 2-hit KO. Because he's trying to get Lando not to get bitter down, battered down. Excellent, excellent, excellent. If you're leaving this in, yeah, I figured. So now you have to make that Lottie double again. But that's the thing, right? Swampert is getting these repeated. So now I've conditioned him into that I'm going Ferrothorn or that I'm leaving in the Mandibuzz. So low-key Koko makes some sense here. Even if I lose Koko, I don't lose. Yeah. I've conditioned him enough to that point where he's like, yo. And that's game. So thanks for watching, y'all. I definitely need to get these points back up so the battles are, even though when we were getting 1900, the battles weren't very different. I just give me some fun teams, guys. Like, not to where it's like unusable, but honestly, I'd rather have a fun live where I'm struggling for the points because the team is so ratchet. Than just the standard, Lando, Pex, Clef. Like, that's never really been my style anyway. So please, if you have any teams, I'd be happy to use them. Very, very much so. Thank you in advance. And guys, go get your stars. Join the Academy Discord. We're on the way up, guys. I truly appreciate each and every one of you guys who stay tuned every day. I know long outro, but you know how I get. So thanks again, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Awkward.